Dali. Good morning, hello, everybody. It's Juna Balba here again on my segments. Chat with June with my own tea. Anyway, good morning, everybody. My name is June again here from Lake Forest, California. Going on live to interview or have a chat with my very special guest. I'm very, very lucky today that I have or he has given me some time to spare for a short interview or chat. And he is all the way from Hawaii. Yeah, the island of dreams, the island of vacation where everybody wants to go. Anyway, give me warm welcome to my guest, Mr. Roland the Thorn. Yes, is the Tinik guy of our online business. Here you go. Good morning, Mr. the Thorn.
Good morning. How are you,
Morning.
bro?
Well, thank you so much for gracing my show. It's an honor to have you. And so far, we have 1 million viewers. Well, Roland, first of all, please accept my sincere thanks of sincere appreciation for coming out on my show at the last minute. It was only last week when I asked him, and he is so kind and generous to be here today. Oh, we have 2 million viewers already. Come on. Okay, Mr. Roland, the Tinik guy, help me introduce yourself. Go, go, go.
Okie dokie. Good morning. And again, thank you. Likewise, thank you for inviting me today. And of course, yeah, coming on here as your guest, just like when I invite people to be on my casual and candid chat. Sometimes it's kind of a challenge, to get people to come on or even be in front of the
Yep.
camera because they are
Mhm.
busy. But anyway, my name is Roland the Thorn de Leon, as Brother June mentioned, Tinik the Thorn. Um, I'm a retiredpreneur from Hawaii. Aloha. And I'm happy. I hope everyone's having a great Friday so far, start of the weekend. And let's chat away.
Okay,
Mahalo.
thank you so much. Whoever is, I don't see you right now. I'm talking about our audience here, Roland. Please let us know where are tuning from so we can greet you at least. And thank you for hanging up with us. I have series of questions here that I was trying to look right now, and I forget. Anyway, Mr. Roland, the Tinik guy, how did you get into this business?
You know what? Being retired 7 years now, and moved to Hawaii 5 years ago. Um, I was sitting in my doctor's lobby waiting for my appointment time to come up, and then I started seeing a parade of baby boomers like myself. Give or take a few years, older and younger. But they walked in either with a cane or being pushed into the room with the wheelchair, by their caregiver, and then even one with a mask, oxygen mask. So I felt kind of sorry for them, and I was thinking, wow. And then all of a sudden it hit me that I could be in their situation, and praise the Lord that so far so good. I'm still okay, and
Uh-huh.
but it hit me. Reality says, hey, wait a minute, if you get hit with something like this, how are you prepared, to deal with the additional expenses? Being on the fixed income is a different story. You know, um, when you anticipate additional expense outside of the budget, you're looking at either digging into your pension, right?
Yep.
Your
Hmm.
supplement. And then, so I started looking at that, and I said, I got to look for things, something, a passive income. I didn't want to have to go commute anymore. I didn't want to do the routine, the 9 to 5 routine anymore. I'm
Hmm.
retired. I want to enjoy this, right? And then I said, I got to look for something, probably online, a passive income generating stream, right? So I was actually looking when this was introduced to me, So
Yeah.
yeah, that's how it
That's
started.
Yeah, okay. And then that's gonna be your should I say your biggest why or reason why you inspire you decided on getting into this business. And also let's go to the focal point of my interview with you. You know, into this online business, especially in our very unique community, most of the successful individuals are women. Um, and I have a lot of followers and friends and also leads that they were so hesitant, especially the men, to join into this business because after seeing, giving them what do you call that? I provided them a Slack to see what's going on the heart of our business. They noticed that it's mostly women. So should I or I don't know how to sugarcoat this, but I don't. I think I don't really need to sugarcoat this. But um, do you really believe that men really has the ability, or although there's some men also in our community who are very very successful into this business, but they haven't seen everything yet, has the ability to become successful in the online world into this. I'm talking about the online business that we are on now right now.
Yeah, no, that was exactly my thought as well. When I it was introduced to me and I looked into it, I didn't listen. I went and listened to the complimentary webinar, to find out more about it.
Uh-huh.
And then I noticed, yeah, there were a lot of women. uh, I don't think I saw a man, a business partner until later. But then also I saw a lot of Filipinos. I thought it was just mainly Filipinos, right? This is just
Yeah.
the group that I saw. And so these were the questions that went through my mind. But to answer your question about, is it just women and not men? What's the difference in the mentality? Right. I think in general, just as speaking for myself, and I mean, some may agree, some may not, but I think men in general, because we are uh, labeled to be the provider, so to speak. But these days, both husband and wife, they work now to make ends meet, and for the family. But in general, I think the men are the ones out there in the corporate world, or out there actually trying to make a living and support the family. Their mindset, I think, is more work for
Uh-huh.
someone, right? That was the concentration. So then, unless you get hit with something like I was hit with, I needed to look for something, that was different. I was getting saturated, and my mind was just, there's got to be something better than this. So
Uh-huh.
that kind of mentality, you're looking, you're thinking outside the box of this. Work for so many decades and then retire, and that's it, right?
Uh-huh.
The different way of thinking is where what else is there out there? That's what got me going. And I said, I gotta put myself in a position where I'm not gonna be surprised with anything that could hit you medically, health wise, or anything. What am I going to do if it's like a funnel? Everything, the nest egg I saved up and worked hard
Uh-huh.
for, everything's going out and nothing's feeding into it. It's just a matter of time. It's logical, right? So
Yep.
I said, but that kind of mentality it's a transformation. I think you got to have the desire, like you said, the why, to want to look for other things. Now,
Uh-huh.
as far as thinking it's all only ladies and then only Filipinos, that's two variables, but I'm not going to limit myself to that, right? If
Hmm.
it's such that was the case, that's so be it. Okay, that's fine. But will it work for me? That's the question, right? what is it I'm trying to work out so that I can be in a better position. So that's a kind of shift in mentality, the mindset, if you will. But I've always, when I was working, I've always looked for other things. I've always tried different things, right? Just like you, probably. You want to see what's out there. You want to tool yourself and arm yourself with the knowledge and the means to not continue to just be working for that many decades and then retire, and then who knows if you're going to be in a better position, better shape to even do what you want to do after the fact, after you retire. Yeah, so you got to look for something. It's just a smart move, I think. Right.
Okay. Yeah, you nailed my intention of doing this, because my intention is really to clarify or to remove skepticism of all my male followers who are what kind of condescending, or should say skeptics about this. When okay, he answered it and he nailed it. I got the most effective guys to be on board today, whose family is from the military, his dad from the military, and he is shaved head with loud voice, with very strong voice. And I look, even his branding name is the Tinik guy. See, and he's doing it every May. As I scrutinize, should I say, deep into his Facebook page, every May, every month of May, he was so blessed with everything. He got this business in May. He got the first action takers in May, the first check on May, everything on May. And so that dismissed the idea of all my followers and skeptics that this business alone is not for females or women, because we have a lot of um, successful men in the business who are doing really great in the business, and he is the Tinik guy, who is one of them. Follow him and show him. If you are really still a skeptic, you can find him under Roland de Leon on his profile, and his business page, right? Is your business page also, because I forgot, we forgot to put that under your under your
That's okay.
name.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's Roland De Leon all put together for the business, but the personal is Roland DE space LEON. Yeah, or my website is www.deleonsdigitalden.com. Yeah,
yeah,
and you know how the Tinik came about, bro?
yeah. No, I
Uh
was gonna ask you that. That's my follow-up question. Yeah.
Yeah, when I joined, I was basically at least actively trying to work the business and everything, and I was surrounded by the flowers, the bulaklaks, right? I was the only thorn. They say you're the tinika, the amongst the flower, right? And
Uh-huh.
it kind of stuck. I like it, tinik. Okay, that's different, the thorn. So I understood where that was coming from, and then I said, I like that. I like that. So I'll stick with it. But yeah. Again, going back to like the guys, they have this mentality. The way we are wired, we the thinking process is like see, we're set. When we're set, we focus on that particular thinking process, right? Where we work in the corporate world, you compete in that arena. It's a competition is always there, and we all know the 9 to 5, the corporate world, when you work for others, the situation is 8 times, 9 times out of 10 is a cutthroat type environment. It's like
It is.
you're on your own. You're competing for that position against all your coworkers. You really don't have this much of the true enjoyment of what it is to be up and around, working with others and
Uh-huh.
intermingle with others, because the pressure is there to perform, so that you don't lose your job, or you get a nice compensation, a nice salary increase when the review comes around and all that stuff. The competition, we're wired in that thinking. The digital business and our business, and especially in our community, that's what blew me away. When I experienced the supportive community that we have, our
Mm-hmm.
immediate groups and then the bigger group, it's like you're genuinely wanting to help. So when I started with the whys, as I looked into the business further and I saw the community, you know, I you're adding to the whys. Now you want to help people because you've stumbled onto, you found, you were introduced to a business such as this one where everybody's just there to help each other out. You know, you can have a small accomplishments or achievements. You can have a big achievements. Everyone's supporting and celebrating with you. That's a different atmosphere. That's a different environment. And it's so positive. So if you surround yourself with positive
Support.
minded people, you become positive. It's just, it's contagious, right? So that's what I like about this business. They may not realize it being an outsider looking in. They may not realize when we say community, oh yeah, I believe it when I say, well, come see it. Come to this
Yeah.
step one complimentary webinar. Go see it and see and start your due process, your due diligence, and then learn more about the business because this is so good. You'll have your why, concentrate and focus on your whys. That's your motivating factor. But when you find out a business, I've never seen anything like this one, and it's supplied with the automated system. We don't have to do the selling. We don't have to do any shipping. We don't have to do the inventory. And I, for one, I'm not a salesman. All we do is basically introduce, promote, and invite people in there. And that's it. You learn it, you decide on your own whether this is something for you or not, right? Don't listen to what we say or anyone else is saying.
Uh-huh.
You go in and do it yourself, decide for yourself whether it's for you or not. So it's just a logical thing. I like to think logically because my background is computer programming, so you have to think logically, right? Structured, and then what if this, what if that? When you're debugging programs and things like that, you got to think of all the angles, the scenario, and I'm just analytic. I'm that way. I'm that way.
I know. Uh-huh. I know you said everything about it. I'm sure people heard everything about you. That your background is computer. You're from the military. You retired from there, and you made it sounds like making this business so easy. Just light it in and you fit right there. But then I would like to make a follow-up questions that may be lingering into their mind that you made it sounds like so easy. But uh, starting this online business, did you ever meet a hump or any kind of challenges, should I say, along
Yeah.
the way?
Yes, definitely. There's challenges. Like with anything new, you got to learn. You got to begin with learning. But before that, you got to have the right mindset, right? So before the mindset comes around, you got to have your heart in it. Your heart's got to be in it. Then your mind's dictated by the heart. It follows, and then what your mind says, your actions should soon follow that, right?
Yep.
So it's kind of it's they're connected, but it has to be in your heart. You have to have that desire, right? So yes, as far as challenges, there's always going to be challenges. There's going to be ups and downs, the emotional, roller coaster sometimes. There's not everything's going to be coming up roses, right? So the challenge that I found in this business is the fact that because we introduce, promote, and invite, we have to be using the social platform, right? Up until I started the business, I wasn't really into uh, Facebook too much, but I hopped on to just to keep track of my kids because they post and I see how they're doing. They don't call you back. They're grown. They do their own thing, but you hardly hear from them. But that's oh, okay. I think they're on Facebook. Let me hop on and then I go see the activities, right? But then again, the other side of that Facebook is also it connects you with people. It connected me to so many like classmates I left in the Philippines. Now we're connected on Facebook. We haven't seen each other for years. I also got connected with relatives I would have never met. My cousin's kids. They're in the other states. I never, even if I saw them in the street, I would not know who they are. That we're related. But Facebook made that connection for us, right? Of course, just like that, there's ups and downs. Facebook also has this other side, the downside, where people are all on there. So you got to watch out who you're dealing with, right? There's a lot of those, people that will try to take advantage of you or the situation. So
Mhm.
there's ups and downs in anything we do in life. There's going to be ups and downs. So the challenge is, over here is to be present on the platform. That means in front of the camera, like we're doing now. And
Uh-huh.
this is one big hurdle for me
Oh, really?
uh, to
Wow,
overcome.
interesting.
Right? I'm not quite there yet. I'm almost there, but this is our tool. We use the internet. That's such tremendous power that we have with the internet. We can reach everyone all over the world, and we do have the community we have every walks of life, cultures, languages, right?
Mhm.
Professions, industries. We have them because it caters to that kind of environment, locations. So it's just a matter of how you think as a person, whether you want to look for something that a vehicle that can help you and your family make a change. Be positive about everything. Unless you do the effort, it's not going to just come falling into your lap. There's a lot of variables involved, but the main variable is us. Us. We need to
Yep.
define
Mhm.
that first. And the other thing that comes to mind is self growth. By doing what we're doing and know that we're able to help others, we grow as a person in the community around us. We grow together, right? We are all positive, and we do meetups. We become an extended family. What's such a good thing, right?
Yeah.
I finally met some of our business partners in Japan when we
Wow.
celebrated a business partner's 50th anniversary, golden anniversary. And when you meet our business partners in person, it's like you've known each other for so long.
Thank you.
And
Thank
that's
you for
that's
making
that's
me
a plus
uh,
in running a business of your own. You're the CEO. You make the decision. You want to go on vacation, you do so. You're on your own. You don't have to submit any requests for vacation. You don't have to tell them when you get back. All the thing that you can do without, right? So because of that, you are the CEO of this business. You have to make the right decisions. By doing that, you have to learn the business. You have to tool yourself with the right tools and equipment, and this business provides a lot of that. uh, you know, the automated system, the virtual training, video based at that. So you can rewatch, you can review everything if you're not understanding it on your own pace. It's flexible, anytime, portable, anywhere. And it's definitely doable, but it's not easy and it's not for everyone. It's simplified, but you still have to learn it, right? You still have to, it's like anything new, but self growth, personal growth, being able to help others, in addition to solving your whys, and then being able to enjoy life. You don't have to wait until you're retired, you know, to do all that. You can do both and work the business plan B. And if it gets to the point where it's making more than your plan A, hey, you're going to make that decision to make the switch because it's so much easier to go make that switch and a step into that direction, right? You now have the ability and the freedom pretty much to do what you want, what you like, right? Enjoy with your family, quality time. So there's so much more about it. It's just, yes, men, I'm telling you, do not hesitate. You feel responsibility to provide for your family, look into other things. If you're happy with your work, you can continue to do that and work on this on the side, right? You can do that, but the decision may come where, okay, I'm enjoying this too much, or this is making much more what I'm making, my current, 9 to 5 or whatever it is. And I really don't want to commute anymore or wake up to an alarm clock, you know? So the decision will be yours all the way through. It's your life, it's your family's life. You are the one that needs to make that decision, whether you're willing to work for it or not. If you're not, then, continue doing what you're doing. And then, there's nothing wrong with that if you're happy with that. But there's a lot of us that would like to have an open mind and really look at everything, the entire picture. That there are 3 steps. Don't look at a little thing, little sneak peek, and then decide on that because you got to look at the entire picture to be able to decide. Have that intelligent decision to make. Right, it's an important decision. But again, it's not for everyone. It takes a special mind to think outside the box to do
Mhm.
that. Sorry, I rattled on. But also, one thing is, some people think I don't know how to speak Tagalog. I do. Marunong ako mag-Tagalog. See, so I know. Uh, it's just that I need more practice. Um, Yeah. Sometimes if you don't use it, you lose it, right? So you sharpen the mind. So I'm starting to pick it up now because we do have in our group Filipinos, but that's not limited to that. We have from everywhere, Africa, UK, Canada, and everywhere. It's like you name it. So that's what's so good about it. You get to interact with different people from different nationalities. Yeah.
Okay, that is a very powerful one. I'm sure every skeptics, especially my followers, have been asking me the same question over and over about being, it's not condescending, but the question is pertinent that this is only for women. But this is the proof. Mr. Roland, the Tinek guy, military guy, retired, living in the living vacation for life in Hawaii, and of course, enjoying his business. And as I was watching his profile and his business page, he enjoys it every single day doing this online business. One last final question, my friend, brother. Um, is the Tinik guy has? Do you have phobia?
Do I have phobia? Of course, like anyone else. Yeah, I do have phobia. I was just thinking about that yesterday. Good question. I was sitting there just enjoying the lawn because I did mowing the other day, and I said, a lot of people come into a big hurdle. The phobia is in front of the camera. Phobia is speaking in front of people. I remember I went to college. Uh, after high school, and I was going there, and I said, oh man, part of the program is a speech class, and I hated to even think about it, right? And I said, I'm going to leave that for last, right? So the phobia is there, right? So then
Wow.
I started working. Yeah, the public speaking. That's one of the big phobia. I have that like most people, I'm sure. But then when I got into the corporate world, on the computer, we have to deal with everyone from the computer user in the warehouse all the way up to the top management because they have requirements, right? Sometimes you have to sit down with them or in the meeting. You have to explain things or they have requests. You have to understand exactly what it is they need before you can program it or even
Mm.
modify existing programs to fit their needs, right? Because they want a certain report. They need a certain financial report but they want to see this particular column. They don't want this, but they want to see this. So you have to be able to press. So you're like an architect. You're a carpenter, if you will. You know, we have a famous carpenter 2,000 years ago, right? So building things as structure, and that was my thing. I didn't want to get my fingernails dirty, but then programming you have clean fingernails, but you're building things. You're
Uh-huh.
laying down the framework. It's like this business, you have to lay down the framework. So when you set up your program or you make the modification, okay, based on what the input they give you, this is what I want, and this is the result I need to have. So that's what you got to bridge. You got to put down the logic and say, okay, this is what he wanted, and do this. So you modify the program. So that was a software developer. I was a programmer. That's the
Wow.
way I did things. So it's like building things. So the challenges is like now I got to go speak in front of people. I got to do this. And then when I became a manager, you're dealing with you have your people, right? First supervisor and then a manager, and then you're dealing with people. And when
Uh-huh.
you deal with people, basically what it boils down to is you come out of that shell. You learn to be almost like an extrovert. I'm an introvert myself. That's how I consider myself. But
Wow.
I'm more like probably now ambivert, if there's such a thing. I think both ways. I can go one way or the other. But in general, the way I am, I like to sit back in the background and watch and observe. I like that. I would go to the mall and sit in front on the middle bench and just people watch. I like to I like to do that. Think about what people are going through. You see people that just going through the business with a heart. They look like they're not their mind's somewhere else. And then I see other people who are intermingling and all this. I like that, but because of the corporate world, it's kind of pulled me away from that and had to be more outward and more of an extrovert because I had to now explain, okay, this is what we need to do. We go to meetings, you have to go and speak up and you have to, so it kind of, it's an adjustment. So the fear slowly started to go away, so it right now, it's as far as the business, it's not so much fear any longer like it was before, but you have to take that step. You have to get out of that comfort zone, just like with anything new. Get
Yeah,
out of that comfort zone as soon as you can, because if it's really what you're seeing out there, the potential is there. Go for it. Go for it. There's no guarantee in anything. So what if you get a setback and then you go look for other things? That's why I tell my kids, I said, in life, you're not going to go to school and also doing that same work along the same line of your studies.
okay.
Doesn't always work that way. You're going to chip away like a sculptor, and then what comes up in the end, hopefully you'll get to it fast so you can enjoy life even better and faster. But sometimes you chip away, and then it doesn't happen. But you can't you can't give up, right?
Yeah,
I've done warehouse work. You know what, bro? One more thing. I just thought about it. I was 13 when we were in Japan. Me and my friends, we said, we got to have some extra money. When we say extra money, we're talking about money for food, snack, popcorn and things like when we go to the movies, so we had a lawnmower, a push mower. So we went from house to house. This is in the naval housing in Yokohama. So we would knock on doors and say, "Hey, you want us to mow your lawn?" The three of us. So and then it became two. But we do the push mower, and they would give us 25 cents, 50 cents, and we were happy, right? That was the entrepreneurial spirit. I didn't know I had that,
you
So we did that.
born with it.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest
So
with you, I didn't expect you to be answering that you're introvert, because public speaking is your phobia. But because from the very beginning that I was following you, I never thought that you have those phobias because you talk so confidently. I mean, you're well versed. You and everything that you say, and
Mm,
anything under the sun, you can talk about it. Whether it's plants, whether it's about chicken, whether it's your what are you doing on a daily basis. It's kind of
yeah,
surprising that you mentioned that. I didn't plan on hearing
yeah.
that. I was not ready, but thank you for sharing that. See, if you keep, ladies and gentlemen, look at him. If he said that if you keep doing it and you practice and you face your own phobias or your fears, look at him now. He's very confident and he is um, rocking the business and go living every day, talking on different platforms confidently. Thank you for sharing
How many
that.
viewers do we have now? How many million viewers do we got, bro?
Actually, we have 11 a while ago. Now we have 9.
Wow,
Yeah.
nice. Thank you very much to the viewers. Yes,
Thank you
yes.
very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Did
much
they make any comments? Did they make
we
any
have a comment
comments?
like Teresa. She's
Yeah.
all the way
You
from California. Teresa
if you
Pacquiao.
go to comments and it'll show your comments on there. You can show.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of
And
the
then
comments if
we
you
have
want.
my
Yeah.
coach Mila watching right now. Hello. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You
Perla Cerizo. You probably know him, huh?
yeah.
Hello, watching from Las Vegas. And then
Oh, okay.
under your team. And
Uh-huh.
Maria Lisek Shek. Uh,
Yes, yes,
from
yes. From Montana.
you live
Montana.
all the way from Montana? Hello,
Yeah, all the way
Maria.
from Montana. Well,
Wow,
we reach everyone. I'm telling you, man.
I know we're so global. Well, I know I
Global.
promise you only 15, 20 minutes, but you are so gracious and generous enough to give me this 30, almost 35 minutes over. Thank you so much,
Thank
my friend,
thank you.
brother. I salute you for being so generous and giving the light of everybody, especially all our male audiences right there that would dismiss
Mhm.
the idea that business is not only for women,
No.
equally for men. And this is the guy right here proving you that is not the case. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
brother. And appreciate you gracing again. And God bless you.
Likewise, brother. Take
Okay.
care.
Bye bye
See you
now.
on the net.
Buddy,
Take
thank
care.
you for tuning
Okay,
in.
bye-bye.
Appreciate you. Bye bye.
Okay,
Oh, by the
thank
way,
you.
we forget to
Yes.
key in your website.
Oh, it's www.deleonsdigitalden.com. It's right there behind me on my backdrop. Yeah, www, kind of small, deleonsdigitalden.com.
It's
Yeah,
kinda
come check it out. The
okay.
business is really good. So
Yeah.
check it out and find out more about it.
Okay. Thank you so much again. Bye bye now.
Thank you. Mahalo. Salamat. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.